As well as dupont pickup in most scenario, other than Last Stand, obviously. Like Last Stand has quite a different meta of trinkets than Adventure does.
Yeah. Maybe
dupont pickup is
Well
usually
Watch
slow.
is the other one. Well Watch is one where...
To an extent, I guess.
For an inexperienced team needing really supplies.
For the loot anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, it is a slow trinket. You have to, like, you never want to run two of it, obviously. Like, just know.
Yeah.
And even with just one of it, that means that single player has to be the one picking up all the items, which slows down the team quite a bit. Which, even on Well Watch,
everybody should take back them. Everybody can open the chest again, and nobody's getting mad.
Yeah, that's on small left side here has a few item drops that are not too hard to get. 2 potions in this case, so I'll stick the other one.
You're a driven man, Saltspire. You made a woman smile with that strike.
So one thing to say early, even though there are going to be more item spawns that I'll be mentioning, obviously,
You'll need it.
sometimes going out of your way to get every single item spawns, like that one on the right, which isn't too bad of one in this case, the healing draft. But going out of your way to get every single item spawn on the map is not always the best play, since time is
time is health.
Time is important, since it saves you more patrols or more hordes. But usually on this map you still want to get the spawns on the left, since there's quite a few of them.
Before you get started.
That gun won't shoot again.
Oh, right through me, but it's dead. Thank you.
That's the point.
Anyone fancy a bomb?
There's a bomb here.
So here, the Horn of Magnus Plaza, which can cause quite a few groups quite a bit of trouble, and not just because of the frame rate. One of the routes that's somewhat popular in more competent groups is the left side, like staying completely to the left side, which can be a safe route, but is also a long route.
We'll generally always
also
drop
routes
off
that
here.
skip few supplies. And
I was waiting for that.
It's not good. You've suffered worse, Kruber.
All right, Fire Mage. Maybe a
oh,
drink.
that's a very good use of healing.
Well, now he's at 100%, so...
Yeah, press the button simultaneously.
Because on difficulty mods is probably one of the safer place to go to do that. You might want to drop soldier. We have to have everyone on the same page, because if you drop here, you can't help anyone. It's still up.
A good shot. I can't deny it.
But usually going through the bill saves times, and you can get the usually guaranteed ammo and some supplies in the big pen.
When they come, leave some for me.
Usually, unless you're like chest contract or something, it's not a bad choice to skip the supplies here to go straight through. It saves quite a bit of time. In this case, we're just going to go for the supplies.
Potion.
And the butcher should have the strength.
Yep. Well, most of the time, the routes we're going to use is the routes you should be using in public play.
So I think this side is usually always the best.
Give us that strength. I wants to keep it.
Yeah, pass the strength Kruber to the elf. Yeah.
Both first books here.
Yep. Grim's over there.
Too quiet.
First home is down
Healing
here.
draft, if needed.
Yeah, we go straight to the church next. Grim.
Yep.
Yeah, normally we take this route back here.
Strangler's dead.
So it's worth noting, not something that everybody knows, is that the character that is closest to the special will make the call out. So if you don't know where it is, yeah. Sometimes it's a bit hard to tell, like somebody in the middle will call it out, but usually it's the one that's closest.
Yeah.
Jace had a bit of a more detailed video on it. There's line of sight requirements and whatnot, depending on the special. Backmasters, especially, I think, always require line of sight to be called out.
Yeah. JSATs today series, well worth a watch for any new players.
If you're not extremely familiar with the whole thing, it is usually the one that called it out that is the closest.
Yeah.
Fun fact, this event disables specials. One of the few in the game that does. The first 3 waves are larger than the rest. Not by all that much though in normal gameplay. It is possible to completely exhaust this event if you were to stay in it forever, but it's generally not something worth doing.
Yep.
It's not that difficult of an event.
There's sometimes an item drop in here if you're desperate for items at this point. And
also, an interesting thing is that as with every event that disables specials, when they're re-enabled, they will immediately spawn the specials that were being held up, basically. Although since we've not stayed in it very long in this case, it might not spawn the maximum.
Yeah.
We did get a Backmaster there.
The Tower of Magnus. It's where we're heading.
These curs! Too much!
Right.
Just second Grimoire over there, which should be taken pretty low.
Yep.
Once upon a time, you actually had to go around to get it.
Can't you hear its voice? Like chalk on glass.
Thereabout, I can smell them.
Yep. There's another chest over there, but to be honest, it's not worth
it's quite
getting.
a bit of a detour, since we obviously do not have a chest contract right now.
Yep.
Yeah, one of the things about chests is certain chests are very sort of productive and are almost guaranteed to have an item, and certain chests never have anything in.
That's a gas rat.
Yep.
And that chest over there is one of them that's very, very poor.
Yeah.
So unless you want the loot dice out of it, there's no point visiting it at all.
Yep. It's like on a waterfront, there's a whole bunch of chests that never
Here's our first ogre.
Yep. Well, generally
So,
here,
Generally, strength bot and then
yeah.
destruction. We have a very perfect setup, so it should probably be dead within 50, like 5 seconds. The moment it drops and I get headshots, and goodbye.
Yeah.
If you had a decade of uninterrupted
That's how you delete a Cataclysm.
not even then.
That's how you delete a Deathwish ogre, even.
Yeah.
It could have had 4,000 health and it still would have died in this scenario.
Yeah. Generally, you would pull back a bit to give yourself time to line up your shots. You don't want one person running at the ogre. It's extra ammo in here. Yeah. This is quite a likely spot for an ammo box to drop around there. There's sometimes an item drop in this room. It's rare. Or over here. There's a lot of drops in the game that you can't go back down. Like that's one of them. So when you get to a drop down point, you can't get back. you need to try and ensure that everyone goes down at the same time.
It's no place for any of us, crew.
Because if someone drops down or someone gets left behind and downed, then you can't pick them back up.
We can tome here.
Gives a heal, mate.
Yeah, we can either heal share or wait for the tome exchange.
Go give me a shot, shoot me in the face.
Gladly. Any chance to shoot an elf?
So the tome here requires every box in this building to be opened.
Apart from
It
this one,
requires the chests, yes, basically.
it's not the chest by the secret door. We tested this. It's the downstairs chest in here. Shall show. Open this
Yes,
chest.
technically you don't need to open this one right here next to the door itself, but
Yeah.
usually, just as a rule of thumb, open the chest.
So you open this
They'll
one,
open.
this one.
Someone very early in the game's release spread the rumor that the torch right there had something to do with it.
Yeah.
And it's one of the rumors that stood strong for the longest time, even though it was completely false.
Yeah. So you'd have people running in there, hammering the torch, trying to get the secret door to open.
Really? Never heard of that one.
You still see it occasionally because there's still a lot of information outdated on some of the guides you'll find.
Yeah, some friends here are curious.
Not these blackbirds.
Down at the bottom, I think. There it is.
The wind's turn against me. Healing draw over here. Buttons up.
That's the tower.
Right, here's a pain in the ass stop. Storm vermin sometimes will pull up this ramp and push people off.
Yep. Also,
So
That are assassins as
Sides.
well.
yep, a gutter runner pounce on that bridge from push your entire team off, and you can easily get a team wipe. So that is an important drop to get over. If there is a gutter and you rush in, you're low health, then try and go over in twos. Now, lifts and elevators, you don't need to pull the lever. You can walk on and activate it just by looking at the floor.
You will be judged, witch. Have no doubt.
By you? I think not.
now here, you can actually get an ogre. Very rarely, can you?
Yeah, extremely
Seen it,
rare.
I think, only twice ever, and it's a nightmare. The way I beat it was I bombed it off the stairs there, and it fell into oblivion, and that'll kill it. Otherwise, it's like very tight.
Yes, I remember having a contract run for Grimoires and played the map with bots. Got the ogre there. The bots did not survive. I did, but the bots did not survive, and
Yeah.
neither did the Grimoire. Yeah, right, soldier?
Yeah, I was just
Healing dropped
checking.
over here.
Potion here. Keep
Soldier things.
Yeah, says the elf.
I've not run ahead once.
Yeah. Yes. So this is a drop with a horde. Generally the safer place
the backmaster
is to
here.
take it over here,
There he is.
The hook rats for salt
so that doesn't happen.
I wondered if we should have left you there. I prefer your strangled
And
gasps.
there's a gutter runner behind. It's probably looped around.
Imagine what you could do with two eyes.
Yeah.
Undoubtedly.
Generally, as a rule of thumb, always be mindful of the worst thing that can happen to you.
Yeah.
It's the last time we're
Like
boxed
in
around
this
the corner.
case, Backmaster and Horde, the Backmaster will always try to grab someone through
Yeah.
the door.
That's why I was
then
standing back a bit to give it
grab
some
you.
room.
Horde. Or if there's an ogre trigger, you can be sure that this ogre trigger is going to be there.
Yeah.
Spawn assassin with it, things like that. Like, I'll always anticipate the worst.
Here you can safely leave your tomes here, grab the health, and when you finish the event, you can pick them up from underneath.
So here you can jump from the lid of the box onto the platform.
So
Basing is disabled. Basing being the clan rats that come at you 6 at a time and the hordes. Basing is disabled as soon as you come into this area. The specials are only disabled once you start the event though. And the specials in this event do not stay disabled throughout the entire event. They become re-enabled during the middle of the event. So you can expect to not have specials during the beginning of the event unless somewhere already spawned before you sounded the horn.
Yeah.
But when the event comes at its midpoint, you'll get a wave of specials.
Yeah.
But those are two things that the spawn system uses as well, basing and specials. The basing, as I just mentioned, being the clan rats that come at you in the trickle and the hordes.
Too much magic.
And the specials, which are as you'd expect.
There's generally one thing in particular that will kill you here, and that's a gas rat. If the gas comes, if it appears up there where I'm shooting, it won't actually hit you with the gas. But if it appears under the horn, then you better kill it real quick.
Yeah.
If it throws the gas, you better move immediately and either go left up the stairs or right into the corner and try and then reconvene at the window as soon as possible.
Yeah. Generally, if you're the anti-special guy,
you should kill it top priority.
Yeah, you should be holding back. Why be hammering 2 rats when there could be a special that you need instant death? Like, if you're having trouble at the top, you can just pop up here to get a good line of sight, because you'll get gun rats hiding back there. And generally, the rest of your team, your role, if there's a special, is to cover the guy supposed to snipe the special. You have this problem where if everyone's a sniper, then you're dead because no one's covering. You've got no sniper, and everyone's covering the rats, then you're gonna die. Know your role. And if you're a true flight elf and you've wasted all your
There goes the wave of specials. The maximum amount of specials in a wave like that is 3.
Right, there is a gas on the side of the horn.
Yep. In this case, and also there are all never more than 2 the same
He's coming up the right.
yeah, if someone cover me, I'll kill him. Or I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Which didn't kill him. By the looks of it.
Stand back! It's going to explode!
Yep. Pissed him off though.
You're a fireway watcher!
If I was with a less experienced team, I might have popped a strength there when those storms were hanging around. But with this, you don't need it.
Yep.
This isn't good.
Stop roasting me!
Now, as everyone should know, there's friendly fire on Nightmare and Cataclysm. So if you're at the back spamming like I was, try and jump over your teammates' heads.
So when this happens, it's generally best to wait out the one final wave.
Yep.
Sometimes there is no wave if you've killed that wave in a certain time before the rocks drop. Most of the time you'll get one more.
One thing about that though, you only do want to wait it out if you've dropped the tomes. If you've not dropped the tomes, then you can just afford to go through immediately since you don't have to actually get them back.
Yeah, your use is so fun!
Some Lumberfoot's brew. Oh, for desperate times only.
Down the hatch!
Yep, and that is the way to drop back to where you were underneath.
No messing around. Oh, and on this, rats can spawn at the bottom, so hold block on the left.
Yep, they'll spawn underneath the lift, so they'll be in the lift when you hit the ground.
Yeah, and they will hit straight away. So if it's a storm, you can get an entire team wiped in one hit. This time we were lucky, but I've seen it happen. It's hilarious.
Let's go. Let's go.
Also, jumping will cause fall damage.
Yep.
As most should know right now.
Yeah, we should have done that. I haven't seen anyone do it for ages. Yeah, nice clean run. Horn of Magnus. If you hold down the spacebar on this screen, it will go faster. So you don't need to wait ages.
It's also worth knowing as well that as soon as the victory screen comes up, this roll and everything is already decided and the item is already in your inventory.
Yep, this is
so
just
if you crash or you quit, you've still got it.
Get what's next?